Mr. Speaker, sir, at a time when this budget makes provision for 10.9 billion rupees to the public force, the whole nation is still under a state of shock. Cardinal Piat used the term horrified. Others were disgusted and traumatized. But no word can probably adequately describe the feeling one gets when one sees the graphic images of certain police officers torturing suspects in police custody. Police officers who were supposed to uphold the law and were caught red-handed breaking the law. And they did it not only once, but several times. Dozens of electric torches have now been secured in police stations, of course, all illegal weapons. Yet not a word in this budget condemning this police brutality. You had words for police officers who seize drugs, and they should be congratulated. But you should also condemn police who takes the law in their hands and torture people. You should not hide the fact. Of course, we agree that there are good law-abiding police officers who are doing a remarkable work. We praise them for that. But this should not hide the fact that certain police officers have been torturing subjects. And they've been doing it for years. And they got away with it. Suspects have even died in public custody. There has been several PQs on police brutality over the years. Has any police officer ever been convicted and sentenced for torture or manslaughter? Yet we know, in this case, that the police had a copy of the pen drive containing the clip of torture since 2020. What did they do? Cover up? Police brutality and torture is a fact. What will the government do about it? Business as usual? This is what we want to know. There is an independent police complaint commission. How effective is it? Does the law have to be changed? Does it need to have more powers? Is it properly staffed to conduct inquiries? Does it get all the cooperation it needs when it carries the inquiries? Before the Independent Police Complaint Commission, we had the Police Complaints Division of the National Human Rights Commission. At that time also, there were reported cases of police brutality and torture. They also inquired in cases of suspects dying in police custody. Yet, there has never been any conviction secured against any police officer. Why? The harsh reality, Mr. Speaker, sir, is that certain police officers are using torture and beating up subjects and are getting away with it. We should change the system. This is why l'Entente de l'Espoir and the leader of the opposition has called upon the Prime Minister to set up a commission of inquiry, not only to hear evidence and ascertain the extent of torture of people in police custody, but more importantly, to make recommendations to improve the system and make sure that the constitutional rights of individuals are observed. Because of the seriousness of the situation, we have asked that the Commission of Inquiry be chaired by a former Chief Justice. It is also urgent, Mr. Speaker, sir, for the Police and Criminal Justice Bill to be debated in Parliament as soon as possible. In a newsletter of the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, published last month, the DPP makes a very compelling case for the adoption of the Police and Criminal Justice Bill. He informs us that his office has had extensive discussion with Judge Jeffrey Rivelin, consultant on the bill on assignment from the Commonwealth Secretariat. A first version of the bill, honourable members will recall, which was known as Police and Criminal Evidence Bill, was introduced and read a first time in this House as far back as 2013. The bill will bring at least two major changes. First, it will abolish provisional charges. Second, it will provide for the appointment of a custody officer responsible for the safety and proper treatment of the suspect throughout custody. Questioning will be video recorded. There is also a proposal for confessions to be recorded in the presence of a magistrate. With this bill, the whole policing culture will change, and police will no longer be able to rely on forced confession to secure conviction. The position on this side of the House is all in favor of the introduction of this bill. And frankly, I was expecting the Honourable Minister of Finance last week to mention it in his budget speech. I was expecting him to enumerate measures that will be taken to reduce the risk of torture and death of a person while in police custody. In other countries, police officers are required to wear body camera and film every encounter they have with a potential criminal. I know this is only wishful thinking, because the reality is that in Mauritius, even cameras installed in police stations suddenly do not work at the time of death of the police or the person in police custody. Being given that extensive consultation has already been held, being given that the bill is ready, I make an appeal to the Attorney General to bring the bill before Parliament as a matter of priority, because nothing has higher priority than a bill to ensure that the fundamental human rights of every citizen of this country is protected.